Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about who wrote the destiny of ZiWei. Cause in let me see. In common understanding, so ZiWei is like a god or goddess from higher worlds, and she fell into our earth to fulfill certain missions. So if these missions are set, there must be something like a script. So somebody already wrote about the things, the events, at least the general plots or structure of events that will happen in her life when she's on Earth. So I wonder, like, who wrote the script for her? Cause from my past readings, those missions are not simple. They are very, very difficult things to be done by one person. Though for now, we don't know whether she has helpers or teams to work with. But for whatever size of a team, those things are not easy. So today I want to know, like, who decided on her destinies, who decided on the things that she needs to do, and who wrote the script. Here we go. So, who wrote the script for the life stories of ZiWei? Who decided that she needs to do all this? Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, and we have Nine of Swords here. Oh, lots of swords cards. What's going on? Okay, so who wrote the script for ZiWei's life here on Earth? I feel it's a female. Oh, okay. Maybe the gender doesn't matter at all, but I think really there is some kind of person, some kind of being who wrote this for her. So I'm asking about the author of ZiWei's life, basically. I'm asking about who wrote the script. So I think it's the person that has been accompanying ZiWei on her journey. It's also the same person that heals ZiWei during night. So maybe, you know, during daytime, ZiWei goes through very difficult things in her life, and she goes to sleep with a very, very sad and heavy heart. Then this person will take away all the pains. She will take away the pains of ZiWei at night. And she does all this full of love. Like this definitely, absolutely unconditional love. She does all this out of unconditional love for ZiWei. And she is the Queen of Swords, but hidden behind the scene. And then Nine of Swords reversed. I think these cards only tell me like what things does this writer do, but it shows not much about her identity. Maybe I should change my question. Okay. So from here we know that she accompanies ZiWei on her journey. She helps heal her pains and her stress during the night. She does all this out of unconditional love. And she is the Queen of Swords. So she's a person with great logic. She's a very sensible person. She's not so emotional. And she acts fast usually. But okay, maybe I should ask, what's this person's relationship with ZiWei? What's the relationship? What's the relationship between this person and ZiWei? What's the relationship between the writer of ZiWei's life and ZiWei herself? What's the relationship between the writer of ZiWei's life and ZiWei herself? What's the relationship between the writer of ZiWei's life and ZiWei herself? So, what's the relationship between this writer and ZiWei? From this card and this one, I feel but what does this mean? Knight of Pentacles. I think this writer is the spiritual higher self of ZiWei. So in other words, she wrote the script herself. Well, then I guess she has no one to blame for all the difficult tasks and difficult situations in her life. Because this gives me an idea that this person, the writer, lives in ZiWei. It is the inner self or higher self of ZiWei. So she lives in ZiWei's world, basically. And she brings the judgment and brings ZiWei to a new world. So she's the inner, pure, higher power or energy. Basically, she's ZiWei's spirit and higher self. And also this tells us that, well, I think in two ways, we can see it in two ways. Maybe ZiWei dreams about this person. So she appears in her dream and provides her with guidance. Or ZiWei is the creation of this person. So, because in Buddhism, the Buddha says that we all live in a dream, and the material world is but a creation or reflection of our spiritual world. So another way to look at this is that ZiWei is the creation, the mental creation of this person. I think this corresponds to this one. So ZiWei is like, they are one. They are one person. They are one person, basically. But from this card, I get a strong feeling that this is not how ZiWei perceives the relationship. So maybe ZiWei thinks that somebody else wrote for her life, that somebody sets many different difficult tasks for her to accomplish in her life. So the higher spirited self knows that we are one. Okay, so you wrote it yourself. I'm helping you, because I keep the memory and I'm helping you, doing the heavy lifting here. But from this card, I feel that ZiWei considers them separate parts. They consider that somebody else wrote the stories of her life. She forgot the real origin of this pentacle, basically. She forgot the real origin of the material world is the spiritual world. She forgot the connection between the two. So she fails to recognize that the inner self, the spirit that knows all, has been in her always. Or another angle to look at this, the spirit herself or the other person who wrote her life is but an imaginary creation of herself. So no one wrote the story for her. She wrote the stories herself. So she set all the difficult tasks for herself, and while her higher self has been helping her with all the sadness and harm that she has encountered in the world. So yeah, wow, and a surprising answer. I didn't really foresee this, but good time to learn and grow. And I hope you like this also, and see you next time.